Alright, we're just gonna do this video. Hi. I am so uncomfortable right now. I don't know why. I've been kind of like talking to myself all day, trying to figure out if I wanted to make this video, not really make this video, but I think I've watched so many of these videos, and like that's what I did as a kid. Like right when I was about 12, 13, I would watch so many coming out videos, and it helped me. Like it helped me a lot, and I just kind of want to, I don't know, I guess I want to give back. And you know, if you are in the same situation, which if you're watching a coming out video, you probably are, just a heads up, because as a kid I was like somewhat sure, somewhat unsure of my sexual identity, and you know, I was always questioning how I did things or how I felt. It's actually really hot in my room right now, so we're gonna try to do this video very quickly. I feel a little bit rambly, so I guess I'm just gonna try to be clear. So I am bisexual, and it's not like it's a big thing, but at the same time it is, because as somebody who's bisexual, I feel like I'm coming out all the time. I have a harder time with it because, you know, being a girl in general and being bisexual, it's, I don't know, when you're dealing with different situations, most people are really great. And then there's people that are just like, oh, you're not really bisexual. Like, it's not a real thing. And that pisses me off more than anything in my entire life. But yeah, it's something that I've known since I was about in 5th grade, and I don't know if anyone else remembers this girl, but her name was Tila Katila. She had like a reality TV show on MTV or something, and I remember watching it when I was like in 5th grade and being like, wait, you can like girls and guys? There's this thing called bisexual? I was like, oh, that's what I am. I guess like looking to that, and it helped me realize who I am and what I identify as, and yeah, that's kind of like the beginning of it. And from there, I came out to most of my friends in middle school, which was really good. Like everybody was very supportive. You know, of course some people thought I was doing it for attention. When you're figuring yourself out at such a young age, a lot of people are doing things to get attention, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, it did hurt. But obviously it wasn't a phase. And then going into high school, it was kind of known. I wasn't really that popular, so it wasn't like a big thing, but at the same time, any guy that I would talk to, it would kind of go one of two ways. They would kind of either make it a fetish where it's like, oh, I want to see you kiss a girl, or they would kind of act like I was a bro, like they could just demean other girls and like talk about them being hot and like all this other shit because I like them too. But I'm like, hello, I am a woman. Talking down to other women is not something that I would want to do. Thought that would just be obvious. See, I'm trying to think of like the storyline of how this all went down, but basically I was out to all my friends, and you know, that made it really easy for me to just be myself around them. But at home, I just recently came out to my parents actually, and I think that's what spurred on this kind of video, because I felt like they kind of needed to know before the internet could know. And I have never really had that great of a relationship with my mom. Unfortunately, we've had a really hard time. Recently, we've started to try to patch things over. I guess like that really did hold me back from sharing such a vulnerable part of myself with her, and with my dad it was just like, you know, a what if scenario, because I overthink everything. But I ended up telling them, and it was a really great experience. I want to make this because if you're feeling very unsure about talking to your parents, like give them a chance, because my parents were really great about it. And you know, obviously if there's a very difficult situation at home, I don't really recommend it, but you know, me and my mom have not been close, and she still accepted me, and she still loves me unconditionally, and so does my dad, and it really helped me a lot, and I feel more comfortable now. I feel like a weight is just kind of lifted off my shoulders, and it's really nice to just be myself and not really have to worry about something, you know, being the elephant in the room. Now I am 21. I've only dated 1 or 2 girls, and I've only dated a few guys too. So the thing is like, you can be bisexual and not date anyone, and I think that's what people kind of get mixed up with. It's how I feel. I am attracted to both sex. It doesn't mean that I have to date one for it to be right or wrong or proven. I feel like there's just a really big misconception with that, and if you weren't aware, that's how it works. I've definitely held myself back from getting in relationships in general because I wasn't happy with who I was for such a big portion of me growing up. But now I'm so much more comfortable in my body. I have a lot more self-worth, and I feel like I would like to get in a relationship now. I'm just waiting for the right person. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to share it with my internet friends, because I consider you all my friends and you're all so sweet to me, and I feel like we just need that open communication of you knowing who I am for this to be a real thing. And until this point, I didn't feel comfortable, and that just kind of proves that you need to come out to people whenever you feel comfortable, because I was lucky enough to have a group of friends that I could come out to and it wasn't a big deal. So that made me more open to the situation at a younger age. But coming out to my parents was a lot different, and also to the internet. That's what I'm saying is, even if you have come out to some people, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you don't come out to everyone, because you might need more time with that, and that's okay. That's something that I had to come to terms with too, because you kind of feel like this pressure from outside people, like especially looking at other people that have come out and watching all of those videos. I thought I had to come out to everybody or it wasn't real, and that's not really true. Like, you have to live your life for you and not really worry about everybody else knowing who you are or your business, because it's right, like, that's true. It's not their business, it's yours. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I don't know what else to say. Like, I wanted to make this coming out video because I'm happy with who I am, and yes, I like girls, and yes, I like guys, and that's really not that big of a deal to me. I think I'm really lucky that so many people are so cool with it. I live in a generation that is really accepting, and that's awesome. And I know that there's other people in the world where it's not accepting, and I'm really sorry. I feel very privileged for that. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know, like, if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments. That's it for this video diary number 4. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like my content, then subscribe to my channel. Push the bell notification if you want to see when I upload new videos. And I love you guys so much. Bye!